Welcome back to another episode of the Running Back Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Alexander, alongside Coach Ali.
Yo, what's up?
And of course, still joined to my right by the infamous Uncle E. What's going on, man?
What's going on to all our people watching, listening to our streams? We're going to go with... You jumped the gun right there.
I did.
We're going to go on Stitcher first. We're bringing you back. All right, Stitcher.
Okay.
Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, because I don't mention y'all, I guess. And soon.
Very soon.
Twitch.
There we go.
And you're going to be excited the day you, finally get to say, and now.
And now Twitch.
Yeah. We could probably do a live podcast.
Hey, man.
That's probably a good idea.
Probably, yeah, live podcast or watch along with something, you know.
Yeah, there we go. Look,
We're going to be crazy with it, too.
That'd be fun, man. So, good show today. This will be a bit of a more targeted episode. The NBA
Coming for you.
Oh yeah, the NBA playoffs are in full swing, and we got a lot of opinions about a lot of games.
I mean, it's a great playoffs. I'm sorry, this is a great.
Yeah.
It's been a great playoffs.
You know, honestly, for it to be a LeBron-less playoffs, it's been pretty
very
entertaining.
First round,
Yeah,
too.
first
It ain't
round,
even
yeah.
like...
Yeah,
Very entertaining.
yeah, that's the craziest part. This is round one.
Yeah.
Man, fellas, where we want to start at? I
I want to start the big one.
Yeah, listen, it's not that. It's obvious, man. Boston versus Boston from the bums. Listen, Boston went to their closet, took the brooms, and shoveled the nets out the way. It was ugly. Listen, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are here. They are taking the mantle right now before our very eyes, and you gotta give them respect. And then the supporting cast, smart defensive player of the year. Al Horford, he's playing really well, getting his double-doubles. Even Daniel Tice, yeah, he comes in off the bench for at least 10-15 minutes, gets his little run. Grant Williams playing better than I thought he would. He hitting the corner threes. Playing solid defense.
shout out to Robert Williams again.
Yeah, Robert Williams come back from his injury. No one thought he'd be back this early, so
I didn't.
I did not at all.
yeah,
I didn't think he would make it.
Even what's the number 9?
Number 9.
Afro, he came from the Spurs.
Oh, Derek White.
Yeah, Derek White. He gets some.
I forgot he went number 9.
Yeah, I just saw him. Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, like the supporting cast, the whole Boston team, like.
Even Peyton Pritchard was out there giving them
so
fits.
Listen, like I said before the season, like right before the season end, if you're the hottest team going to the playoffs, just like in college in the tournament, you're gonna go a far way. And Boston is right in that hot trail, and they keep going into that sweep with the Boston with the Brooklyn Nets.
Hey, man, I ain't going to lie to you. This is probably one of those things that's going to really, I wouldn't say destroy, but definitely, taint Kevin Durant's legacy.
Yeah, he stayed on his.
Yeah, man, I got a lot.
So I want to ask you guys,
Yeah.
what's one thing you learned from this series? I will start with you, Aaron.
One thing that I learned, that Kevin Durant at no point Kevin Durant at no point has been the best player in the NBA.
He's been top 5, but
He's been top 5. He's been consistently top 5 probably since his MVP year. He's never been the best player in the league. Those few years that people were debating while we were waiting for Giannis to blossom into, because right now it's Giannis. It's not even a question. And prior to that, it was Steph. We see what KD looks like before he got to Steph. We see what KD looked like without Steph. It was Steph before that, and then LeBron had the league on lock. So KD is not now, nor has he ever been, the best player in the world.
Okay.
you go ahead.
What I learned from this is Ben Simmons is a bum. Pure bum, bro. When your team needed you. What did he say? He said he had, stress that,
back stress, yeah.
He said that he had he was having a mental block that was causing his back to flare up, but there was also reports of a herniated disc and
You said a mental breakdown, whatever you said, that caused your back to stress out.
that's what they
Hey,
what
man.
they said.
I've heard so many things.
If you didn't want to play this season, that's all you had to say, bro. I promise you, this whole thing would have been over with. He ain't playing this season.
Bro, yeah, I don't know why he just shut it down.
Why are you trying to tease us with? Oh, I'm coming back. Oh, no, my back hurt now. Oh, I'm coming back. I got a headache. Like, what are you doing? Bro, are you playing?
Did you hear what Stephen A. said? He said in the next CBA, collective bargaining agreement, there will be a pay-as-you-play rule called the Ben Simmons rule.
It's gonna be because of him and Kyrie, honestly.
Yeah,
both of them.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the both of them. I mean, you can't.
I can see that proposal happen from the owners for sure.
It's killing them. It's killing them. I mean, and
Philadelphia wanted to trade just off Ben Simmons. Let go. Getting Ben Simmons off their books. It didn't matter who they got back. Getting Ben Simmons off their books was the win.
Yeah, and I never remember him getting hurt. Like the last time we saw Ben Simmons play, he was fully healthy. And he had a mental.
I won't say fully healthy. No, everyone get banged up in the playoff time, but
he was healthy enough to be playing basketball.
Yeah.
And then he has his mental break, which everybody gave him a pass for because it is real. Anxiety, all that. That mental health thing is something that it should be taken seriously. So everybody certainly gave him that pass. That was months ago.
I mean,
and months have gone by.
Wasn't this like a lot of his thing about like not wanting to play in Philly? Most of it.
That's where a lot of it was stemming from. It was his
toxic environment.
Yeah,
it's Philly.
It is Philly. It is Philly. Philly right up there with almost Boston level.
And New York, yeah.
Yeah. But like, you get out of Philly, you get to a new situation, a for all intents and purposes, a better situation.
Mm-hmm. Based on personnel, yeah.
Yeah, based on personnel, you're probably taking a step down in terms of head coach, but I mean also Philly ain't looking too good right now either in terms of coaching, but we'll get to that a little later. But different fan base, better teammates. I mean, and you can't give them anything because when they first were poking around, they were like, "Oh, Ben Simmons should have the game against Brooklyn and Philly like circled on his calendar." It was like
it's that game 3.
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks out from when he got traded or something like that. Mm-hmm. It was like right after. It was shortly after the trade deadline, and so they announced like a week before like he wasn't gonna play. Everybody was like, "All right, disappointing," but they're saving him for the playoffs. Have their first playing game against. Or they have the playing game against Cleveland. He doesn't play. Okay, cool. Durant's healthy, Kyrie's healthy. They felt like they could do it without him, and they did. So, all right. But, I mean, you get to a series, and you see that your best player is getting his ass beat out there.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart for some stretches. They were putting Daniel Tice on him. Al Horford guarded him a few series.
Grant
Williams was on him a lot.
Yeah, on that, yep.
And was just bodying him up, and he couldn't get anything off.
I mean, he got some buckets, like he had some stretches, but like for the most part, yeah, they had some good defense.
He had to work for every single bucket.
Yeah, bad shooting numbers, shooting like less than 50% every game. Yeah,
the turnover thing, which was odd. I mean, like he had like 6. He had 2 games of 6 turnovers. He went 6, 6, and 5 in terms of turnovers in the first 3 games, and then had finished up the last game with a sweep of 5 with another 5 turnover game.
This is tough.
Yeah, man.
So the thing I learned is that I know Brooklyn had that struggle, or whatever, but I think we gotta give Boston way more credit. Ime Udoka had a plan for the Nets, and it worked. Defensively, everyone was locked in from number 1 to number 10. Everyone was locked in. All right, KD can't go off. Anyone else can beat us, but not KD. Now, Kyrie, like I said, Kyrie had almost 40 points the first game.
I'm about to say, hey, his game 1, crazy. His fourth quarter specifically in game 1, nuts.
But they make sure, all right, if Kevin Durant goes off, we lose. But he didn't go off fourth quarter. It was only Kyrie. He had a couple buckets here and there, but Kevin Durant was kind of in a little box, and they just let Kyrie do his thing. And that's what won. I mean, I know it was only to buzzer beater, but they still won the game because they didn't let KD get in his bag. So, and also, I want to say Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are, like I said it before, but they are coming. Like, they are.
I think they're here.
I think they are. Yeah, it's like right. They like right here. They on the doorstep. maybe 1 foot in, 1 foot out at that point. At this point, because they was getting buckets when Jason Tatum wasn't hot. Jaylen Brown took over. When Jaylen Brown wasn't hot, Jason Tatum took over, and at some point they just took turns of chopping him down. So
yeah, and it was so funny. I remember, I don't know if it was the beginning of this season or if it was the end of last season. They were talking about, can these two not play together?
I hated those rumors.
You know what I'm saying? Like, does something need to change with that team? I even was on record being a proponent, like, everybody except those two gotta go. Like,
and they kept everybody.
They did keep
blow it up, yeah.
Yeah, the number 2 seed sweeping the Nets.
Hey, fam. I still think they could have got done, but whatever. Hey, But yeah, I mean, to agree with you, Ali, like, I believe that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are arriving. They played off each other incredibly well, both offensively and defensively. Mm-hmm. And I would like to highlight Jason Tatum specifically because the fact that he led in terms of guarding KD. He led in shares of those possessions, and he took that right on the head, guarded the best player on the other side, and was still giving you 30 a game offensively.
And he was hitting tough buckets, both of them too. They was hitting tough buckets.
Yeah,
in their bag, they got easy ones, but they got some tough buckets in too.
They got some. I mean, that last in that game, the shot that Jaylen Brown hit to seal Game 3, that like falling into the lane, but like scoop up and under layup. Like, I'm like, bro, they just
Jason Tatum's post-scoring game is very, very good.
Yeah, I'm like, there's just nothing they can do.
Yeah, they couldn't stop those two at all. Like, I mean, Kevin Durant did try his best, but like they had the screens, they had the plays. Udoka gave them the pin downs, make sure they got to their spots, they got the mismatches, and they took advantage of them. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, you even saw my. Hey, I knew it was back. They got a switch in them last couple of games, and they decided they were gonna try to throw Blake Griffin at the team like that was gonna do something. And Marcus Smart went at Blake Griffin 4 straight possessions. It's like, ooh.
When you have Marcus Smart hitting threes, I'm pretty sure your game is over with.
Like Marcus walking
Smart,
into threes.
Yeah, like Marcus Smart was shooting threes like he was Seth Curry. I want to say Steph, but like Seth Curry. Like he was hitting shots. I'm like, okay.
One thing I noticed is if you look at the beginning of the seasons, they were like polar opposites, if you remember.
Yeah, they got off to a horrible start.
No, the last 30 games, they were like 22-8 or something like that.
Yeah,
because like Brooklyn, started off as number 1 seed for at least halfway through.
Yeah, they were teetering. I think at All-Star game they were 3 because I think that's when y'all took over, and then Milwaukee was second, I believe, at that time.
Yeah, and they were about 500 ball basically, and then they just took over.
Yep.
So like I said, if you're hot and going to the playoffs, you ride that coattail. Like you gotta keep going, and you get hot. And most likely, we'll talk about them next. They're gonna probably face Milwaukee because they play tomorrow, and that's gonna be a good series. I know we're gonna talk about that a little later, and when all the first round is done. But I think that's enough. That's enough test for the dynamic duo and the supporting cast. But right now they're resting, which is good. They got at least an extra 2 days of rest.
They get to relax.
Yeah, they go to first game back in Boston because they got the 2 seed and Milwaukee's 3 seed. So. They're sitting high right now. They're sitting high right now.
That's cool. I mean, as we sit here today, do you guys believe that Boston has enough to win it all?
Nope. That was such an easy question. Thank you. No.
I think, honestly, they can make the finals if they continue the hot streak, obviously. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they win the finals.
Wow. Well, who are you assuming they would be facing out west? Say it with me. Golden State.
Yes.
That's looking.
Because everyone is healthy right now. Besides Wiseman, obviously, but he hasn't been playing this whole season anyways.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I think they match up well with semi-well with Golden State.
Actually, I agree.
Because Jaylen Brown...
That could go 7, actually.
Because
Boston versus Golden State.
They're going to put Marcus Smart on Steph. They're going to put Jaylen Brown on Jordan Poole. And then they're going to... Golden State, in turn, is going to put Draymond on Jason Tatum. But I don't think... I know the center is not stopping him.
They need a center because they don't have a center. They're going to lose. Golden State doesn't have a... If you
get the 11 and 10 Al Horford and the 8 and 7... Daniel Tice, and then Robert Williams gets healthier.
Robert Williams will probably start.
And once they can scale his minutes back up, Robert Williams is way better than any option that Golden State has at the bigs.
Yeah, he's a solid defender.
Yeah.
Good
I'd say he's a good defender. I think he's a solid offensive player.
Yeah, lobs that too. So yeah.
I don't know. I think
Golden State they need to fix that. They always had a center problem for the past 7 years. They always had a center problem. Besides, Bogut was old. He could play, but you can tell he's getting older.
David Lee.
Oh.
David Lee.
he was cool for them, but he wasn't.
He was an all-star that year. They were like,
First of all, no, he wasn't.
the first 2011 he was. But after that, no. And plus, he was playing the 4. That's when the game was still 5 and 4s. There was no small ball as much, so that's why it worked for them. And then once they got small ball, his game was over with.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Golden State is they're suffering from the same success they did. They were back in the day. You know, they're a team that runs 7 scores deep. You know, Steph and Clay are Steph and Clay. And now you have a third guy emerging that can give you an additional 20, 25. Shoot, if they give Jordan Poole the opportunities, they look like he can go for. I mean, he has had some 30-point games in this series.
is Wiggins hurt?
no, Wiggins just butt.
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
After we'll talk about him, but after I'm talking about right now. After the All-Star break, he's been booty, absolutely ass.
Don't ever name that man an All-Star starter again.
A starter.
A starter.
After the All-Star game, even the All-Star game, he only had 8 points that game.
I mean, but
I don't care. He's a starter. You started.
come on, man.
You can get 8 points in the
You
first
think they were
quarter.
gonna feed him the ball?
You better, if you're a starter, I'm a starter. Come on, I'm gonna call for the ball every time.
Hey, if I'm LeBron, I would never go in late.
Bro, I'd laugh
My
at
pass was not going to him.
If he give me, I'm open.
Okay. Okay. Congratulations.
But just to close out the last one, so you don't think so?
No.
You don't think
Boy,
Boston?
how far do you think they go?
Yeah, second round. Probably lose to Milwaukee. But the thing is, I think this is probably one of the best playoffs because even me, I can't predict the winner in like who's going to be NBA champions.
I don't. I mean, I could be totally wrong with Boston and Golden State anyway. I was just saying the potential.
Because like
potential they can make it to the finals.
Even what's it called?
I think if I had to pick one today, I think that's who I would think would make it. I would say Golden
I
State.
can't say Phoenix because Phoenix don't have Devin Booker. I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When he gets back, it's going to look a little different.
But hopefully they beat him without
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
He's not gonna beat the season. Will be over in 2 weeks.
But say, look, they don't have 2 weeks to wait. They've dropped the last 2 games without him. They don't have time to wait.
The last game 7 would be what's today? Tuesday. Game 7 would probably be on Sunday or Monday at the latest.
And the way they beating up Chris Paul, who else they gonna depend on? Mikal Bridges campaign.
Cam Johnson is struggling. I mean, he can't get his own. I mean, he could, but like he can't. he needs a good point guard play.
The moment Chris Paul comes off the floor,
and Cameron Payne was awful.
That team is terrible.
Okay, let's say if Phoenix do get bounced, who is really the favorites to
Golden State.
win it?
Yeah. Oh no, who's favorite win it all or win the West?
Win it all. Just win it all. Like really think about it.
I would still say Golden State because I would think they're the
got
best
Memphis
team
next
who's been
they
there
play
before.
Though, so
they're not Memphis. Look, I'm not sold on
that.
Memphis.
That series might go to 7, so we don't know.
I'm not sold on Memphis. I like Desmond Bane a lot. I think Ja is emerging as a star. I think Triple J is gonna have is eventually gonna turn into what we think he can be. But right now, Desmond Bane is their actual third best player, but he's been the best player in this series for them.
Yeah. So
no.
Like I said,
I still say Ja's the best, but he has been consistently. You know what I mean? Like,
no, Ja's their best player, but Desmond Bane has been better than Ja.
He was a bit more consistent. You mean?
He's been better.
Okay.
so
I can't say better because like y'all still getting his numbers. You know what I'm saying?
But Desmond Bane is having a big because Desmond Bane is also getting stops on the other side and is also only giving you 3 less points than what Ja's getting.
Yeah,
and
sure.
The efficiency is considerably different.
That's true.
So
we talked about. Well, we must continue with Memphis since we're on the 2-7.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, let's go to.
So,
So they're actually playing right now. They just kicked off the second quarter. Currently, Minnesota's actually up 8 on them, 39-31.
That's gonna be a good series. That's probably the most evenly matched in the first round.
I just like these young teams like being like it's a lot of youth out there that's playing great basketball. It ain't too. I mean, I think you talk about experience. I mean, yeah, you got Golden State in there, and then. Everybody else who's still in it. I mean, and now Milwaukee. Milwaukee's got championship experience, obviously. But
you got Toronto, still championship experience. They won the last 2 games. They won the last 2 games.
Yeah.
So
I forgot.
I can't wait to get to the big. We'll stick with Memphis. So that series being tied 2-2. Karl Anthony Towns, his last game went absolutely nuts.
Yes.
dropped 33, had like 11, had a couple blocks to it, like a couple loud blocks to the game. After Ja posted that clip on Twitter of like, he posted a soundbite and he was trolling Karl Anthony Towns because he was in the huddle talking about, we in Minnesota now, like, because they had stole the game on the road and everything. And so then Ja, goes, I have a good game. They beat him in the first game in Minnesota. And so he tweets that out, basically laughing at it. And then Karl Anthony Towns responds the way you want your superstar to respond. He don't say nothing. He come back and give you 30. And hey, so I've been liking it, man. I've been loving it. Especially like Karl Anthony Towns, I've been hypercritical of for being the same dude that he was when he came into the league.
Yeah.
He has taken quite a step this year.
Is that Pat Beverly got in his ear, bro? He's like, bro, hey, listen, bro, you're the second best center in this league. He probably having him up. He better joke. I'm saying what he's saying. I'm not.
Wait, what Pat Bev is telling him.
Listen. I'm Pat.
He's 3.
Who's
3?
Oh, who's number 3 on your list?
Say it with me. Big Bam.
Stop.
Come on, man. Talk about a guy who made a finals. My man.
You know, the same guy's only averaging 14 and 10 in this series?
Hey, bro, dude, it's the Hawks. Relax.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's why
exactly. With no Clint Capella.
Hey,
he should be going crazy.
Casual. He's casual about it now.
No, that's why he
said he resting up.
He getting clamped up by Onyeka and Conway, man. I ain't
Come on, man. Casual, man. You just feeding the ball to the guys, man.
Hey, look, Bam is probably like, 4 or 5. Maybe 6.
Who you got? Your favorite guy, Yusuf Nurkic, huh? Your favorite player?
You bad.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys go up to Bosnia together?
Hey, man. Bam Adebayo is DeAndre Ayton just on a better team.
Hey, we also got to talk about... Let's stay focused with them.
Stick Memphis. Stick with Memphis.
We also got to talk about Anthony Edwards. This is his first playoff game. Well, series. The first game, he dropped 39 points. He's ready for NBA. And baseball. Basketball is not his favorite sport. It's football.
That's true. Like,
this man is playing.
He just started liking basketball after he saw how much money he got.
And he's been ready. He's been ready to shoot the ball. He's been ready. He's averaging about 20 points, 21 points a game. And he's just been consistently a great second option. Cat, he had struggled one game. He had like 8 points that one game.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since then, even like Anthony Edwards has been very consistent with scoring the ball. He's very solid on defense. And she's just been a great help for this Minnesota team. And I think going forward, you can keep these 3 together, D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, and Karl Anthony Towns. You got something going.
Yeah, I saw something very interesting about Ant. And I think when I first heard it, I was like, that's stupid. And then I thought about it a little more. And I was like, so I was watching a film breakdown of Anthony Edwards from one of the representatives that work with StatMuse, and they do all the super advanced stats that no one would normally care about, but helps you tell the full picture of someone's game. And what they were comparing is how eerily similar the production, play style, and all of that of Anthony Edwards and D Wade. Now, obviously, D Wade saw a little bit more success early on in terms of third year winning the finals. That's as mountaintop as it can get. And I mean, we haven't seen Ant year 3 yet, but I don't think Minnesota next year is winning no chip. But hey, I mean, can't count them out.
Things happen, so.
Right. But what they were talking about was that where you've seen a lot of the development happen is that Anthony Edwards has, because we all know from rookie year Ant that he is one of the 3 most athletic people playing professional basketball right now. It's just, you want to say put Ja above him, cool. But how many other guys are you really putting above Anthony Edwards in terms of pure athleticism? What he did year 2, he developed a crossover. He has a step back. He's got a mid-range. He's got a 3-point shot. And those things are basically what they were saying would have helped D Wade prolong his career considerably longer.
D Wade just had bad knees, bro. That's all it was.
Because all that flashing, bro. He was the flash, dog.
I just think some people are just born bad parts, and he had a Too bad.
Well, I mean, he has some like terrible injuries too.
Yeah,
I
like,
was
so,
say he
like,
has some. I mean, all that landing and crashing, and then
I mean,
obviously
they never do the same thing, but like, I just feel like he just got blessed with elastical knees.
and he also, but he don't. But you got to think he does it a lot less too, though. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
He's not. Well, I mean, one, because of the way basketball is now,
The technology is there.
the tech is there, and the 3-pointer jump shooting is a lot more encouraged. Quite frankly, in this era of basketball than it was in 2003 when D Wade got into the league. So like, I don't know. I thought it was an interesting.
Man, averaging 25 points a game in the series, bro.
Yeah, that last game he had 24. He had 24 on 50% shooting, and gave you 50% from 3.
That's fantastic. 50, bro. That's the gold standard.
Yeah,
50% from 3.
50% from 3, 50 from the field. He didn't miss a single free throw in their last game. I mean,
Those stats are wild.
he
Bro.
gave you 24. I mean, only 4 rebounds, but I mean, Carson
I
Towns
ain't
had
about
14
any other
rebounds.
stats, man.
You know
He's
what
about
I'm
scoring.
saying? Yeah, he gave you 24, 4, 2 steals, 3 blocks, and he did it efficiently in 37 minutes. So, and he's playing heavy minutes still, playing super effectively. So yeah, I mean, I've liked what I've seen from Minnesota a lot, particularly those two. I think D'Lo. I would like to see D'Lo become like slightly more consistent of a player because like the last game he
I would say more scoring. He's been consistent with his passing, but
he had 10 last game.
what? I'm talking about assists. No, I'm saying you said be more consistent with his scoring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need you to be that. I need you to be that third guy because I think at this point Ant has established himself.
Yeah,
as
so
the second
because
guy.
Anthony Edwards had 25, Carl Anthony Towns has 21, and then there's D'Lo at 13 or 14 points per game.
Yeah.
So
I need D'Lo to get it together, particularly if he's going to be shooting with the volume. Because I mean, the volume is fine. Because he can't. I mean, D'Angelo's an all-star. He's been the best player on the playoff team. We saw right before he got to Minnesota.
we saw him in Brooklyn.
Yeah, seen it in Brooklyn.
Imagine
We
if they
saw
kept him.
You know what I'm saying? And even when Klay
They
Thompson was
had to
hurt,
get KD or it was D'Lo. Which one you gonna take?
I mean, not playing. But even in Golden State, we saw what D'Lo could do playing. So
I kind of wish they had a little bit longer stint with D'Lo. See
it would have been fire.
See what could have looked like. I don't know. I'm just saying it looked good at first.
But I'm not. I think Memphis is a little ways away, possibly another guy away. I don't know if it's a second star or if it's another.
They need a young Rudy Gay. That's what they need. Another because they got
young Rudy Gay. That's where you're going with.
I guess.
Listen. They don't need a star player. They got a star in John Morant, and they got a great second option. They need a great third option. Rudy Gay. You tell me.
I mean,
probably Rudy Gay. Not
do they have a good all around second option? Because I'm assuming you're saying Jaren Jackson is the second option. Yeah. So like, he's a great 3 because his defense is what does it. I mean, he's not much of a scorer.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think Desmond Bane and Dylan Brooks, when healthy, can be 2 really high value like role players if Ja has another star. I think it should be at the wing position.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, you think it's a 2?
No.
No, they got this pretty much.
No, I was gonna think like a more like high scoring center.
Why? they have John go to the paint. You have a center, a high school center, he's gonna clog the paint.
Yeah, I want to keep it relatively free for Ja, and then when Jaren Jackson decides to put it on the block,
is a perfect player for this team. He don't got to do nothing but besides rebound and play defense.
Yeah, they need a wing.
they don't need anyone clogging the paint.
Hey, that's where KD might go next year. You know what I'm saying? When he
And
demands a trade out of Brooklyn.
I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying? He won't have a spotlight on him.
My next chapter.
next chapter.
Let's move on to the next series. Milwaukee, Chicago. Let's start off with that.
Talk to us.
It's 3-1 Milwaukee.
I mean, like I said, that was gonna be an easy series. They're gonna, clean them up. I mean, it wasn't no sweep, but hey, give props to Chicago for really, at least trying to stay. Because, DeRozan game 1, trash. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm pretty sure what was his name? Drew he's still hurt, right?
Who?
Drew Holiday?
Yeah.
No.
Drew Holiday's Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton, sorry. Okay. So I think they've been suffering without his scoring.
Yeah, this series is
It's done.
wrapped
It's
up.
done.
You think it's done?
I mean, didn't you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Zach LaVine's in health and safety protocols, and Alex Russo got a concussion. It's wraps.
Yeah, it's done. No, that's gonna hurt them though. Chris Middleton not being there is gonna hurt them in the first 2 games because they ain't gonna need his 25 points per game.
They will indeed.
Because
But I don't know. Grayson Allen decided I can shoot.
I know that name that comes out your mouth.
Did you see him put 25 down? I'm
Do you
not
know who they're
saying. I'm
playing?
not saying.
Do you know
he's
who
the-
they're playing? I'm talking about the next round. I'm not even talking about Chicago no more.
Well, no, I understand. He's not going. He's not going to do anything against a team that is fully
you
healthy.
Think you let Marcus Smart and Jalen Brown gonna let him go 25 points a game?
I don't think anybody's going to get 25 points a game other than Giannis and Chris Middleton in the next series, assuming Chris Middleton comes back for it.
Drew got to step up scoring wise. Defense, we already know.
He's never been that guy though.
I know, but like
No, I mean even when they won the finals, it was like
in
he
New
was
Orleans,
the third.
though,
He
he
was
in New Orleans, he was getting buckets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't play them. Man.
I'm just saying for this team,
he was a
he's not that
19
guy.
point per game score. Hey, listen, when you a third option, you lean on whichever your thing is. If it's defense, you lean on that.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you got to get 20, you get 20. He gave him to a couple 20-point games in the finals last year.
A couple of times.
That's not his role.
That's
Drew
what I'm
is
saying.
averaging 18 right now.
Which is good enough. Which is good enough
I'm
to
saying
get you where you need to be.
I'm saying
You saying you want more out of him.
No, I'm saying.
I'm saying he needs to get at least like 21 just to contain with the Boston Celtics.
No. He just needs
until Chris comes back, then he can go back to his regular ways.
I feel if I was Milwaukee, I'd be really scared because
Really?
I don't think look, they don't have an answer for Giannis. Nobody
No
does.
one's going to argue unless they double team him and then everyone else have a bad shooting day.
But I think they might do that because it worked on KD and they had a Kyrie.
two different players.
I understand they're two different players, but I'm saying
KD,
you can throw a double team at Giannis, try to slow him down. If they wasn't worried about Kyrie hurting him, who they gonna worry about on Milwaukee hurting him?
That's true.
As the second option, they worried about Grayson Allen not gonna do it again.
And Boston has a better rim protection than Chicago does.
Much better. We seen them roll out three.
I'll put Al Horford up there. They got Robert Williams and I'll put Tice up there. Those 3 right there.
Robert Williams is damn near elite a rim protector. Al Horford has decided to
He's just
play.
old right now. He can't do it. He can't be athletic. So.
Yeah, Al Horford decided to play like he was toward the back end of Atlanta, and Daniel Tice just can give those two a rest.
He's a little more. He has better a lot of quickness than the other two.
Yeah,
Daniel Tice. So I mean,
all I'm saying is I know
if we had 3 people for Giannis. I mean, I take those chances. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm not worried about Wesley Matthews doing it. Javon Carter not gonna beat me.
I mean,
he's still there. What?
I think I'm gonna say this. I think Brook Lopez is gonna be a wild card for the Boston Celtics.
Brook Lopez,
do not.
is Serge Ibaka healthy?
No.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
No, the reason why
He got
Too busy cooking.
too busy with Liz Cambridge.
Oh, really?
Is that?
No.
I didn't hear nothing.
I was about to say.
I'm pretty in that. Like I'm in that in the circle.
She was on his cooking show.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotta start.
This man
Rumors now.
I was like, you can't just be dropping news like that.
Well, no, Brook Lopez, because listen, when in the finals, he was. I'm not gonna say he was a difference maker, but he gave him an extra boost.
I could say you can
he
say
was a
difference
difference
maker.
maker,
Yeah. But
Defensive
I feel
end, corner threes.
Yeah, it's if he steps up,
Pick and roll situations.
Right now he's averaging 14. If he gives you 18, that's like Drew Holiday is, and he's still playing that good defense from time to time. Now he's not gonna do it every time.
No,
but his defense is also gonna be a little almost a non-factor. Brook Lopez took DeAndre Ayton out of the game. That's where they expect the points from in Phoenix. They're not looking for points in Boston. They're not looking for points from none of their centers.
But the thing is, you gotta expect them to get the second chance boards at that point.
Yeah, that's
I mean, but you can't just chalk it up because Robert Williams can still get down there and bang. They're just not looking to him to get. They're not leaning on him as heavily offensively as Phoenix is DeAndre Ayton.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying if he steps up though, you know what I'm saying, he can help close the gap with.
No, for sure, he definitely can.
Middleton has got to come back, and they all the support cast just helps for 2 more games. And give
that's going to be interesting.
I know who the real X factor is.
Because if Brook Lopez, what the best thing is to do, he could stretch that.
That's
no one's
going
to clog up that center.
If he gets 18, right now he's at 13. If he gets an extra 5 more points,
5 more points.
Yeah, listen, it's going to change, bro.
5 points.
Yeah, you get
5 points is a lot to be asking every game.
Because y'all's going to keep it in the game, but Brook Lopez,
y'all's going to keep you close.
Yeah, and then Brook Lopez and Drew Holiday, they just got up there scoring average. They're going to be taking over at the top. So they got to play. Obviously, the defense is going to be there because Milwaukee's a good defensive team.
Yeah.
So. It's more offensively can Milwaukee match Boston's offense because Boston can score with anybody, no matter who it is.
I think the true X factor in that series is going to be Jaylen Brown. Because Giannis, they're going to put Giannis on Jason Tatum. That's going to be a matchup. And those two are going to...
You think so?
Yeah.
You think, like...
Because they're going to do...
Yeah, he's longer. He got 7'2".
I get that, but you remember last season, Giannis is usually never on the best guy.
I mean, true, but like...
You know what I'm saying? So I just...
But who else?
Chris
What other
Middleton is
option
not there. He has to guard...
And with Drew Holiday as their other, like, marquee defender, he's just simply not big enough to guard Jason Tatum. Like, he's just not. And...
Drew Holiday's going to guard Jaylen Brown. He's not going to guard Marcus Smart for what?
Thank you.
I mean,
yes,
I know
nothing.
But I still think with how physical Jaylen Brown plays, even I still don't know that Drew Holiday is.
Oh wait! Are you really saying Drew Holiday can't guard Jaylen Brown?
I'm saying that Jaylen Brown is still probably going to get an efficient 24 points on Drew Holiday.
It's a tough call. I mean, I see where you're going with it.
I mean, I'm not saying he can't, but like that's kind of hard. Drew Holiday is one of the top 10, top 5 two-way players we got in this league.
I mean, he's been guarding DeMar DeRozan and has done nothing.
Did you see the first game? Did you see the first game?
Well, one game.
I mean, DeMar DeRozan just said he's gonna turn it up a notch. So I mean, and you can't say DeMar DeRozan is just. Almost,
I'm not.
Damn near an MVP candidate. He fell off, but obviously he was.
I feel like skill wise, Jaylen Brown and DeMar DeRozan are comparable. I would even give the edge to Jaylen Brown because
better
what he
handles
can do defensively and handles.
Yeah.
So.
Hey,
I think
we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, don't sleep on Drew Holiday defense because I feel like
nobody's sleeping on. I mean, I think we all recognize.
Just said like he could just drop 25 when I said like easy. Like,
first of all, I said 24. And that's no knock on Drew Holiday. It's just that Jaylen Brown is that guy.
I mean, you're right. He's absolutely blossomed into a great. He'd be number one option on any other team.
Facts.
So.
Well,
maybe
most
not,
teams.
Maybe not Brooklyn or Golden State, but
yeah. But I mean, you know, he's not. He would be number one option on. I would say probably like more than half the teams in the league. Yeah. He'd be number one.
Even Cleveland. Really think about it. Cleveland. If
if
you trade him and Karis LeVert, he'd be the number one.
I'll say so because David Garner can do his thing on get to 20 and 10. So
yeah, they still look for Darius Garland to play make. So if we're talking about pure buckets, they probably look at
it. Yeah. I'll love that.
That's what look
on the Cavs?
When the rumors were swirling about them like trading one of them, I was like, look, I don't know how much Boston asking for. It don't matter.
I mean, if you could give up like Colin,
Karis, and you can have a pick whenever. Give me
as long as you keep Allen, Mobley, and Garland, go ahead. Everyone else free game.
Yeah, facts. For JB, that
Would y'all give up Kevin Love?
Yeah, yes. What kind of question was that?
Look, I love Kevin Love.
Kevin Love is going to get his number retired anytime when he retires.
When he's done, number 0 is going to be hanging up in the rafters.
But right now, I don't give a damn. He can go.
For Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown's only 26, 27.
No, he's not. Jaylen Brown's 24.
I thought he did 3 years.
He's 24.
Wow. Mind blown. This guy is what?
Hey.
I thought he was 26.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown, a young dude, man. That's the thing.
That's a steal.
I'll do that in a heartbeat. But yeah, so it's in terms of Milwaukee, Chicago, that series is going to be over.
All right, let's move on to Golden State, Denver. Hey, Golden State about to take care of their business tomorrow night. Jokic, he had to win one. You know what I'm saying? He by himself.
Yo, I feel so bad for him.
His MVP numbers are all over the game. Like it's not his fault. He had nobody to help back him up. You know, Will Barton, his second best player. And sometimes I don't know. It's just
if you
Golden State is healthy, and the Denver is not healthy, so
give that man some help. They'll be really contending. You get some healthy dudes, but it's probably an easy one to. It would have been a nice series if it went to like 6 or 7, but you know.
Yeah, but
Jokic's leading in every category except blocks.
Who?
For the Nuggets, he's leading every category other than blocks.
Who's leading in blocks?
Aaron Gordon. Your guy.
Bum. You can't count on him to help you.
Yeah.
That was a great trade and $90 million down the toilet.
Golden State, man, it's pretty spread out.
Monte Morris is the second best scorer at 14 points. It goes Monte at 14, and then Will Barton at 13.8, and then Aaron Gordon at 13.5.
You know what I will say though, Bron never got this pass. I know we're not comparing Yoke to Bron.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
All I'm saying is that we seen a man who didn't have a second guy averaging 20 points. And was getting killed for not winning.
Exactly like 2015.
He was getting killed for not winning.
Look it up now. 2015 finals, NBA final stats.
And they have Jordan Poole. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Poole, man. What a talent
you had Clay and Steph in the prime. You had was that Draymond's DPOY year?
Yeah.
So
I'm still like 2015. I know we sidetracked, but why did they give it to Andre Iguodala? That man did not stop LeBron James. LeBron was about to win Finals MVP.
Stopping he didn't stop. He contained him minimally.
He contained him to a triple double.
All he said, he went to Steve Kerr and said, "I want to guard LeBron," and then proceeded to let him drop a triple double every single game.
But it was enough to get the ship.
It was not.
Did they win the ship?
Kelly Olynyk ripping Kevin Love's shoulder out, and then Kyrie deciding to leave his knee on the court. Those are the two things that.
It was right on top of the key. I seen it. I remember the play. He did a crossover. His knee touched the top of the court, and then it was over with.
But I'm just saying they was still killing LeBron for not winning.
I'm gonna look at the stats.
With Matthew Dellavedova.
Look, LeBron averaged 35, 13, and 8. The next scorer, Timothy Mozgov at 14 points.
You know, it's
and
funny.
Yoke only giving you 31, 11, and 5.
It's funny how we can mention LeBron even though he's not in the playoffs. This is a great.
No, I'm just saying because he ain't
way to mention LeBron in the playoff that he's not.
I'm gonna be that guy.
He ain't get no love. I'm just saying, he's not get no love.
They be killing it. They be killing this man constantly, and nobody there's never been another player that's been held to the regard that they hold LeBron.
All because he got no help.
I'm just saying a great player has high expectations, and I see
and Yoke should be that. He all pro MVP. In the running to get a second MVP, it's probably gonna go to Joel, but you know what I'm saying?
It might go to Joker. I'm not gonna joke. I'm not gonna lie to you. It might go to Joker.
If LeBron had to face that team, I don't know, like that Golden State Warriors team, I think he struggled a little bit like this. Not as harsh, but like,
hey man, LeBron won 2 games.
Okay, it's not over.
You think Denver win it tomorrow?
Oh, not even close.
Oh, right.
But yeah, it's been quite a series. It's been interesting. They've been bringing Steph Curry off the bench, and he's still been giving him 28.
He got 35 in that one game. I'm like, off the bench. Like, it's ridiculous.
I'm like, this is silly, bro.
Hey, what I heard though, I read something, and it was interesting to me. They said Steph Curry is accepting Jordan Poole, but they said they wish Monte Ellis was more accepting of Steph Curry. Yeah. I was like, man, that is poetic enough because it's working.
Well, think about what Steph Curry has accomplished already versus what Monte had accomplished by that.
Stop. He ain't accomplishing nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
Like what he tried to accomplish.
he had been regarded as we looked at Monte Ellis as an elite scorer, a great player, for his time. But
he's part of that Warriors team.
Steph Curry got MVP, unanimous, one of them, you know what I'm saying? He got 3 rings. I don't think anybody would even come close to think about debating him being the best shooter we've ever seen.
Top 5 point guard.
Top 5 point guard.
He's still playing, and it's not even like...
Yeah, if Steph Curry retired tomorrow, he's a top 12, 13 player of all time, top 5 point guard ever.
He might even crack top 10.
He does have an argument for top 10.
Yeah.
But
he ain't taking Shaq out of there. All right.
All right, let's move on to
next series.
Philly versus Toronto. Now, listen, this is very interesting.
Yeah.
Because when Philly went up 3-0 and they interviewed Nick Nurse.
I'm coming for the sweep.
And then he was like, the reporter said something about, you might get swept. He was like, hey, listen, somebody been down 3-0. We get 1 win, now we're down 3-1. And someone did come back from 3-1.
It's been done before.
And now they won 2 games back to back. Now it's 3-2. It's going back to Toronto, right? Game 6. Mm-hmm. So listen, if they win this, if Toronto wins Game 6, you think they win the series?
Hey man, with Rookie of the Year Scotty Barnes for sure. I just had to mention that because someone here, who changed his Twitter handle to Evan Mobley.
Hey, listen, I absolutely did, and I still believe because Evan Mobley led in every category except points among rookies. He led in blocks, rebounds, field goal percentage, all of it. He absolutely should have been Rookie of the Year. However, I am on record. When we did our predictions, I said that Scotty Barnes will win Rookie of the Year.
Let me check that.
Yeah.
But go ahead,
Go ahead, double check it.
Go ahead.
We got it in the notebook, and I got the film to prove it.
I said Josh
You know what
Giddey,
I'm
I'm cool, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I was in hype with like his like just.
You know what's crazy? My Pelicans pick ain't looking so wild now, huh? Now the Rockets one, you got me.
Hey, I picked the match though.
Yeah,
I mean it looked nice though. It looked like on paper.
All right, review. I said Giannis to win MVP. Trae Young, bad choice. You had Donovan Mitchell, not a bad choice.
Not a bad one.
DPOY, I said Bam. You said Rudy. You say Bam. Rookie of the Year, I said Jalen Green. You said Scotty Barnes, Josh Giddey. Six man, we all said Jordan Clarkson.
Tough.
And he might not even get it. Actually, he won't get
No,
it.
he's not gonna get it.
He's not in top 3 right now.
No, it's Tyler Hero.
Yeah, and then MIP.
The dumbest.
They gave it to Ja, bro. Like,
Wait, who
how
did
do
we
you go
get
from
though?
Rookie of the Year to he gave it to Desmond Bain? He left it.
No. Who did we choose? Because
I picked SGA. You picked Kevin
bad.
Porter.
You just got unlucky.
Yeah.
And you picked Lonzo Ball.
Which I thought that was.
I think if he stays healthy, I still think he wins it. Honestly.
And then Coach of the Year, I said Billy Donovan. You said Eric Spoelstra. And you said Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd ain't getting it, but
Yeah, but that.
Who's the top 3? Is Eric Spoelstra? Who else?
it's Eric Spoelstra, Monty Williams, and then
Is it?
do they got Bud in there again?
No, it wasn't Bud. It was.
Who's
I don't know who the third one is.
No, wasn't.
Yeah, but hey, that was.
But yeah, I told you,
We
no.
weren't far off.
Yeah.
Sort of, kind of.
But no, I knew. I figured I knew Toronto was gonna not have as bad of a year. Plus, Scotty Barnes was like the perfect fit for them.
Hey,
But it should have been Evan Mobley.
James Harden once again is missing. Year after year, at some point in the playoffs, this man disappears, and this is why I don't think he would never be better than Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson went to the NBA Finals with Philly. Philly had a way worse team than he had an old Mutombo and Eric Snow.
You put Allen Iverson on this team. He's getting 3 championships.
Bro, come on now.
You give Allen Iverson Joel Embiid. Yeah.
Come on, he took Mutombo. Mutombo was 38.
Yeah.
Bro.
You give him what 20? What is Joel? 27, 28-year-old.
No, Joel is 24, 25.
You give him Tobias Harris. And
You give him Tyrese Maxey playing like this?
Bro, come on, bro.
You give him
I don't care what no one says.
top
You
tier
can't
defender
put
in Matisse.
James Harden above Allen Iverson, bro. Every year he gonna disappear. At some point in the playoffs, he'll disappear. Allen Iverson never disappeared. He just had a bad team.
Facts.
You know what would be poetic if James Harden seen Giannis next round? I'd love to see that.
He won't have
You
it.
remember
It
the
won't.
beef? Like James Harden can't ever. I don't think. Look, James Harden is one of the better ISO scorers I have watched.
Talented. He might be at pound for pound talent. He might be. He can contend with Allen Iverson. But like in terms of performance, I'm on Allen Iverson every day.
It's just because he has just been awful. I have never seen a. Well, I mean, James Harden clearly is not a superstar. He hasn't been a superstar in.
I would say since
he got to Brooklyn.
15. Superstar.
I think that's a little harsh. He was superstar past that.
Yeah.
He won his MVP in 18.
Come on, man. That was a little bold for you to say.
Yeah, I mean, like, granted, he shouldn't have won it that year. It should have been Bron, but James Harden was still averaging like 34 or 9, and yeah, like.
Can I hear your stats for this series?
Please,
James
dude.
Harden.
I know they're garbage.
So he has 18 points.
Garbage.
Listen, if it was anybody else, if it was like a fourth option, that's 18 points. Great, thank you for 18.
Dude, that is golden for a 4th option.
That's what
If I
I'm
was
saying.
a fourth option, I would even take that from a third option.
18, 5, and 9, 1 steal, 1 block. But he's shooting 37% from the field,
That's terrible, bro.
38 from 3.
Out of those 18, how many
free
of those
throws?
is free throws?
Oh, free throw? I got it.
Because that's got to be like majority of those.
He's made 31 free throws.
So 31 free throws across 5 games. So he's
So
taking about 6
he's
a
made
game.
more free throws than he has field goals made.
Yeah, because that's about 6 a game.
6. You take 6 out of 18.
That's 12, my
He's
boy.
making 12 points, like purely like playing.
He's average
12.
Yes, he's made 25 actual field goals in 5 games. He makes 5 buckets per game.
I'm glad that we can realize that Giannis, how quiet and humble he can be, showing the world like, yeah, this guy is a phony.
Yeah, like you.
Tobias Harris
Tobias
has 17.8.
And Tobias Harris ain't never even been in a conversation about a conversation for MVP.
A conversation around conversation.
I hear Max Kellerman like, hey, no.
I don't think Max would go that far. Come on, man.
Max probably be writing something like that and be like, all right, bro.
Let's calm down. I know I sent some wild texts before, like I'll drink $1 and all that.
But this one,
it's a bit too much. But yeah, like I said, and like Tyrese Maxey has blossomed. Like I know his blossom is at the end of the season, but still averaging 20 points, 5 and 5. So like,
yeah, like bro, Tyrese is your second option.
Second year, like
like year 2, bro. Like,
come on now.
What are you doing? You are a max contract player, former MVP.
Man, 21 years old, averaging 20 points in the playoffs right now.
You've been to the finals like 10 years ago, but still. Usually, I gotta put that there because people be like, man, he's been to a finals.
Oh,
yeah,
and he was booty in that finals too.
I was about to say he wasn't good in that finals either.
KD was going crazy, but that's a different story, different day.
Hey man, KD wish he could play like that, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I said, there's probably if this series goes to 7 and they do lose out.
If it goes 7, Toronto's winning. If they go 7,
this is the question I have for you guys though. I think we all agree that a lot of this is because of the shortcomings of James Harden.
Yeah.
Right? How, even if, let's say it gets to 7 and Philly manages to scrape it out.
Yeah.
Right? How does this affect Doc Rivers?
What do you mean? It's the same, like...
It's the same Doc Rivers for the past 6 years.
But I'm saying, do they fire him?
For sure. They always going to fire him.
I say no, because who else is...
Almost anyone else who can make that team a lot better. I'd even go as far as to say, bring back Mike D'Antoni to that team. They probably play a lot better.
Joel Embiid is going to be pissed.
Yeah, D'Antoni's been good with centers,
is like, it's the Doc Rivers way. It's, you give him a high-profile team. He underperforms. He leaves.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The Clippers was the most talented team he ever had that he didn't.
Come on. Winning 1 finals with Boston and that high-powered team?
I think
but Kobe's a different story,
I think Clippers in those 2 years of the...
That's true, because regardless of what you say about Blake Griffin, he was a top player in the league that year. DeAndre Jordan was one of the better centers. Chris Paul was still in his prime. You had Jamal Crawford cooking people off the bench.
JJ Redick, you had...
Hedu Turkoglu, you had...
They were deep, though. Matt Barnes... They were deep.
That was a team, right?
They were deep. What are you talking about? You can say all that you want, but they were deep. They had 10-man deep, just like how Boston Celtics is right now.
I think 2 of those players is like a Hall of Fame caliber. All the others are like whatevers.
Okay. You just disrespectful.
Matt Barnes, Hall of Famer? No.
We're not talking about Hall of Fame. We're talking about how deep they are.
Hey,
we talking about effective players.
Yeah.
Champions? None of them.
Matt Barnes is champion.
It's cool. He on coattails.
Matt Barnes is champion.
So is McGaw, and he has 3 of them.
Who?
You mean Patrick McCaw?
Oh, it's not McGaw? See, 3 rings, and I still don't know his name.
He was only there for 2 of them.
Still 3 rings.
He got 3 weeks back to back, bro.
Yeah, remember? 2
right, because he got the
Raptors.
Raptors. Yeah, I forgot he got traded.
Yeah, and he's more of a Hall of Fame shunt than Matt Barnes, but...
Shut up.
Name me a guy with 3 back-to-back rings, not him.
He haven't averaged more than 2 points
but he averages 3 rings.
You know how many minutes he played? You know how many minutes he played in the finals? Same amount you did, my boy.
Hey, then I should give me a ring too. But hey, but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's gonna leave. He's gonna leave.
So you think Doc Rivers gets fired?
I think he gets fired if they get bounced out in the second round. First round.
I think
yeah. Honestly, I think anything short of the conference finals, I think he gets fired.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can't say.
So then, where does he go after that?
I think he should be a color commentator.
No, I don't want to hear. I do not want to hear that nigga talking, bro.
If I had to hear him chat up,
if I pay $130 for NBA League Pass to hear this nigga on the call like this, bro, I'm demanding my money back.
Him and Richard Jefferson, I'm just like, dude.
I like Richard Jefferson on the call.
I love Richard Jefferson.
Yeah, but Doc Rivers ain't no way.
What?
Look, Doc Rivers, is a wonderful basketball mind. Very,
I
respected.
saw that Netflix special, bro. I said, oh no,
Bro, a whole game.
but he gonna be parched after that.
A whole game. Like, we not talking about specialty, bro. An entire basketball game of Doc Rivers, and I don't even care who they put him with. It don't. They can't surround.
Man,
Oh my god! I just can't do anything with him from deep.
imagine him and like Tom Thibodeau do a podcast together.
No, that would be the worst podcast ever. Oh my god,
Hearing that for like an hour and 15.
Oh my god, my face hurt, dog.
Yeah, I think I think if they do anything short of the conference finals, I think he gets fired. And then honestly, I think he ends up back in LA with the Lakers job.
I think they could do a lot better.
The Lakers or Doc Rivers?
Oh, the Lakers. I'm sorry. Doc Rivers could go
I mean, what's a lot better?
a lot better.
I mean, who wants? I mean, at this point, how many people want the job?
With the Lakers job?
I mean,
The Lakers job is a high profile job. Anyone who can make that a success is guaranteed like a tenure anywhere else if they decide to leave.
a 10-year.
No, a tenure.
tenure.
Oh, I was like 10-year contract. Nobody getting a 10-year
that's a
contract.
tenure. Like
Okay,
they,
how many championships you get?
Yeah, I think they would have wanted to get Jason Kidd. I think that would have been a perfect case scenario for
so,
him.
but like
But
Frank
they
Vogel-
fumbled the bag. They
They did indeed. But yeah,
move on.
Toronto's won 2 straight, man. It isn't looking
And
very
they
possible.
win. And they win Game 6. They gonna win the series. I don't care what no one says.
Oh, now you know how he feels about it.
They won 3 games in a row.
Hey, man.
If they win tomorrow night, come on.
If they knock them out, like they did in 2019, but they do it without Kawhi, that's out of pocket.
Yeah, they're doing
that's
it.
foul. Moving on to the new series: Dallas Mavericks,
It's a decent save.
Utah Jazz.
Boring series. Boring.
They got into a fight last night.
Okay, that's like a Lucas thing now.
It's the fight. Is it his thing?
He argues a lot, if you notice.
He does argue a lot, but that's because they put Luke on too high of a pedestal.
Hey, listen, man. Jalen Brunson's gonna get a bag.
True.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic is gonna be MVP candidate, and
Very
Dallas
true.
are not winning the championship.
And also
All true. Okay.
Um,
That's a great synopsis.
Hey, I mean that's
and listen, they need
I can't disagree
Like-
with a single thing you said.
obviously they're gonna win the series. I think.
Dallas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about futures now because we don't care about the series.
I think Donovan Mitchell's leaving Utah.
I think that 100%.
Where? I don't know yet. I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna be a trade. I think it's gonna be just a free agency.
what? Didn't he sign an extension like 2 years ago?
I don't believe so.
I don't check that, but it don't matter. I think he's leaving.
Yeah, I think he's gonna try to force his way out of there. He don't like playing Rudy Gobert no more. I don't
Bruh.
think he ever recovered from the COVID thing. To be honest with you, I think he's still pissed off about that. To keep it a bean, it's something that nobody on TV has brought it up as an issue. I still think he's pissed off about it because he touched every mic and gave the whole team COVID. Like they was the first ones. And like, it wasn't even bad nowhere else other than New York. So you understand the New York teams, but like they got it in Utah, fam.
I'm gonna agree with you, but in a completely almost
did-
sideways reason.
He did sign an extension
So
to
when's
2026.
See,
I think does he have
Force
an
a
option or
trade.
anything?
He
I'd say he
has.
could force, Ben Simmons could force a trade without playing.
but I mean, like Donovan Mitchell's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, but he can go to man
He's
and
a
be
good
like,
guy.
trade me.
Ben Simmons is a bum.
Man, he's getting a bag. Oh my god!
See, I think
This is the first year of his new contract.
yeah.
Hey man, he gonna get out.
I'm
of
gonna agree with you because it's Rudy Gobert. Because I think he
his
gets
last-
overlooked by Rudy Gobert.
His last
fact that I
his
seen
last year of his contract is a play option, so it's basically 4 years.
So 2020, yeah. So basically 4 years, but he could opt out. Yeah, but yeah, that is true because I think Donovan Mitchell feels disrespected as well, being the best player on what last year was it last year or the year before?
Just both.
Yeah, them being a top. They've consistently been a top 3 seed in the West, except for this year, and he's been the best player on that team by far.
yes,
And he has not sniffed the MVP discussion.
And
Yeah,
he did-
Rudy Gobert.
every time.
Every single time. He's been in like the 7th place, and all of us have been baffled by it.
Well, the explanation I've seen someone say, like NBA writer or whatever, they said because if you subtract Rudy Gobert, the defense tremendously goes down, and they'll have no one to back up to do what he does on the defensive end. Yeah, he doesn't score 20, 25 points a game. He gives you like 15 and 15 basically.
Yeah.
And like 2-3 blocks a game. And yeah, it's not sexy on offense, but on defense, it's literally like their entire defense. That's their argument.
And it's a fair one, but what I'm saying is that I'm not looking to Rudy Gobert for he's not Joel, he's not Jokic, he's not Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, besides putbacks and lob threats, he doesn't do anything on offense. I mean, I can't say he doesn't do anything on offense, but that's his main scoring.
Without elite guard play,
yeah,
Rudy Gobert is he can't. I mean, he's still a great defender.
Yeah,
still one of the better defenders we've seen in this generation of players. Rudy Gobert probably has I would say he has the best argument to call himself the best defender of this era.
And he has 3 of them.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He
might win a 4th one too.
I was about to say he could probably still win another one. They low-key probably. I mean, Marcus Smart deserved. I'm not gonna say he doesn't deserve it, but by the numbers, Rudy Gobert had his best defensive year and didn't get it this year. So but. I just think that we've seen it. I think Quinn Snyder's possibly on his way out. I think a lot of changes are coming to Utah.
Yeah, I think Quinn Snyder might be out too because they've been in the same hole. And he's a great coach, but I just think But I don't know because that's the best coach he had since Jerry Sloan. So
that's facts.
So,
but what does a Donovan Mitchell trade look like? I mean, we consider Donovan Mitchell an elite guard. Mm-hmm. I don't know where we. I mean,
Dallas?
top.
No,
they don't have enough to give up for. What are they gonna give up?
The
50-some million that they were.
They were supposed to pay Jalen Brunson.
You do a side trade, Jalen Brunson.
That's not gonna be enough.
Yeah.
Well, you got obviously add pieces to make it.
You're gonna have to.
He's a 2, maybe 3 first rounders.
Okay, I'll do that.
But still, I don't think Jalen Brunson and those picks do it.
I don't know. You got some players. I'm giving them the whole haul. Dallas has nothing to lose to give up to get Donovan Mitchell.
That's true.
They're second round exit every time.
I mean, but
actually first round exit until this year. But
honestly, I mean, if I'm Dallas, I would be more interested in Rudy Gobert if I was Dallas because I get everything I need offensively from Luka.
That's true. You're right.
And if anything, if I were Dallas, I'd look at Bradley Beal more.
Why? You just.
I think Donovan Mitchell has a higher.
I think Donovan Mitchell has surpassed Bradley Beal.
No, I'm just saying Bradley Beal is just as efficient, less money.
They're similar money.
I won't say that because he just got a back.
I think it's less, but I don't think it's that much less. I think it's
noticeably less.
I think it's no. 4 or 5 million less.
No, he got a back. He got a back.
Bradley Beal got a max from Washington. That's why he hasn't left.
That was years ago.
Fam,
no.
You realize they go up with the salary cap too.
No, it's pretty out there, dog.
But go ahead, finish your thought.
No, I did not know that it goes up with the salary. What does that even?
Like when
he's getting the same amount as Donovan Mitchell. Yeah.
Yeah, and Donovan Mitchell's younger and more athletic and less hurt.
It's because he's been on the same team. He has a.
Bradley Beal got himself a supermax from Washington.
Next year is his last year. He's a free agent in 2023.
He ain't going nowhere. If he ain't going anywhere last time, he ain't going nowhere now.
No, Miami Heat were looking at him.
No, Miami might trade for him this year.
He doesn't care about winning.
That's a little harsh. He's been playing in Washington.
Harsh to say, what?
He just wants his money.
I mean,
that's fine. But that's fine. I'm not bashing him for it. Look,
he's 28 years old.
He doesn't care about winning. If I had,
he's about to be 29. Actually, I would say 29.
He gonna try to get Bradley. You know the rest of Bradley Beal's career arc. Bradley Beal's gonna get one more max contract from Washington, and then he will look to go somewhere else and become like a third option on a good team and try to win himself a ring.
I'm not training for. You telling me he's gonna get another 4-year contract from Washington?
I don't think he takes the money.
What else does Washington have to go? Why wouldn't he take the money?
Well, I think he cares about winning.
He had a chance to leave before. And
Bro, he made. But like, did you see the clip when he was?
It doesn't. It's never enough.
But he can retire right now and he can be on the beach for the rest of his life.
That's cool. But if I got a chance to get another 200,
I don't watch him give him. He's gonna be 29.
Because the Washington Wizards are known for their smart contract decisions.
Bro, they're not gonna give him another 4-year max.
John Wall's at the end of his stupid contract.
They are still paying John Wall's contract. Parts of John Wall's contract.
I'm saying he's still getting paid. This is the last year with Houston too. So
yeah.
Well, that contract matchup, they can team up again after. They can team up again.
But in terms of Donovan Mitchell leaving, I'm gonna throw some teams out there, throw some trades out there. I'm gonna stir the pot. All right. First one, Donovan Mitchell and Zion Williamson swap.
Nope.
Nah, that's not gonna work.
I think if we're talking about market for market, it's like worse for Zion to move there.
I mean, probably.
And
they're gonna watch Zion wherever.
Zion in Utah? He is hell no.
He'd be so pissed.
Zion and Rudy.
Zion needs the paint open. Rudy Gobert down there, he'd be so pissed.
No. First of all, it won't work with New Orleans anyways because they got scoring guards already. They got
B.I. and
they got Brandon Ingram. They got C.J. McCollum. He fits a role in that team.
But then they probably just move C.J. to point.
He already is playing point already.
Right, so
they got B.I. to two. They have a big lineup.
They'll just slide B.I. back down. They'll slide B.I. down to the 3, his natural position, Herb down to the 4, and then still run Valanciunas, who has played really well. That's crazy.
What's the other teams?
Okay. Donovan Mitchell for Anthony Davis.
No.
That's not going to work. So LeBron going to be pissed.
You know what would be a dope trade? Donovan Mitchell to the Celtics.
For who?
For who?
And why?
What do you mean? That dude's the guy.
Then why would I give up Brandon? Like
who they trade? Who's Boston giving up?
DPOY, Marcus Smart.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Donovan Mitchell doesn't play as great defense at all.
And I don't think they care enough about his offense because they have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown who can both get you 40.
Yeah.
You know what? I just want to see him with a big team, super team.
Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks?
Nah. Just looks. Maybe the Clippers?
What are the Clippers gonna give up? The Knicks got picks too. They can hit one of those.
Knicks capital to give up. Yeah.
The Knicks got capital. They got money.
They got bad contracts
picks.
to give up. They got literally anything to give up. So.
And Utah probably be incentivized because Donovan Mitchell with and RJ Barrett probably are still a first round exit team. So you're still talking like late lottery picks or just outside the lottery.
So yeah. I think Donovan Mitchell to Chicago might be interesting.
For who?
Take away somebody. I don't know.
They're not getting. I think they want to run it with that core 4 really.
Yeah.
Because Utah probably won't. They're gonna want either Zach
or
send him to Phoenix.
For who? CP?
Oh no, because DeAndre Ayton is like not re-signing, so at least you can
who said that?
What do you mean? He hasn't re-signed all year.
That's because they didn't offer him a contract.
That's it, but I mean, like, I'd be a little personally offended if I'm the third best player on my team.
No. We talked about that because like we was like, why they didn't sign him? Because like he had a great finals run, he made history.
I thought they was gonna lock him up right after that.
What do you
mean? They ain't even offered the man no contract.
Exactly. So they obviously don't plan on extending.
What
him.
I would say, I mean, it's not.
They might give him a bag.
I think they're hoping that he like plays bad and like.
They didn't play bad because he's been playing good the whole year.
He's been this, yeah.
So
what I would say to that with the because it would have to be a sign and trade with DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
Right. 2 things. DeAndre Ayton and Rudy Gobert
play the exact same position.
Play the exact same position. DeAndre Ayton it would be a terrible power forward because he can't space the floor at all, and neither can Rudy Gobert. So that fit sucks. But not even that. You now
DeAndre Ayton might go to Dallas though.
6'1" Donovan Mitchell, 6 foot Chris Paul, and 6'4", 6'5" Devin Booker.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
You have no defense.
no rim protection.
And now you have
no pick and roll action besides
and now JaVale McGee. And now Jay Crowder's your 4, and then JaVale McGee is your starter.
You're talking about like 2-time champion JaVale McGee. Are we?
All right, whatever. Let's move on to the next series, dog.
Oh, my bad.
2 with the Warriors and the Lakers, man. Don't
Miami,
disrespect
Atlanta.
Easy one, Miami.
Miami's winning.
We're not talking. I know who's gonna win, but I'm just saying y'all need to take care of
Trae Young
business.
sucks, man. He don't suck. He's been bad.
That's harsh, man. It was 4th in the league and it scored.
He's they've been defending him. I can't.
They've been locking him up like something crazy.
And I mean, this is Miami. This is defense, Miami.
Well, first of all, let's talk about it. John Collins is not healthy. He's coming off the bench. He's only playing 20 minutes. He's on a minutes restriction.
No, we've been knew he wasn't healthy yet.
And then 2, who else they got?
Other than Trae and John Collins,
Kevin Huerter.
I know that came out your mouth.
I'm sure you really say Kevin Huerter like.
This is the same guy last season.
And he's been struggling all year. All year.
This is Miami
He
defense.
cooked in one series, so less.
And
it was against the Knicks.
That was the Philly series.
I would say he would cook him more in the next series, but
Philly, he had a good series with Philly.
I mean, like if we, for some perspective, Trae Young's leading the Atlanta Hawks in scoring in this series, right?
And he's
averaging
struggling.
15.
What? He's averaging 15.
14.8. That was being generous.
Thanks for the point, too, guy.
No, he's averaging 16.5. Right here. No, right here. All right.
Hey man,
All right.
I'm going off what I'm seeing here.
All right. Hey, it don't matter. It's not 20.
He ain't doing nothing.
Hey, remember the stat?
He's not even the leader. It's DeAndre Hunter actually. Who's
Yeah,
the leader.
DeAndre Hunter. No, like the last 2 games, he averaged 25 points.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but they've been bad. They've been really bad. It's crazy because like Bogdanovich had that one like crazy game like where he went off and like still it did nothing.
No, it was a crazy third quarter.
What third quarter? I mean,
And they didn't not move a needle. That's how bad the team were. And Miami was just the fact that Miami is able to switch on anybody, they can switch, and it won't be a liability on defense. Unless maybe it's Duncan Robinson because he's not great.
He's not a good defender.
Yeah, but like
at all.
Like,
But he's the only one.
You know what I'm saying? But like Tyler Hero, he's not good, but like he can at least stay with somebody.
He got long arms.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And with PJ Tucker on the floor, like
Tucker on the floor.
They can switch on anybody besides Duncan Robinson, and they can score with anybody. Especially Duncan Robinson, he was 90% from the field game. Like, come on now.
You know what's funny? Jimmy Butler's not playing tonight, and I think Victor Oladipo will lead the team to the.
Yeah, shout out to him for them last few minutes, man. It's been fun. Who I will give some like love to.
Hey man, Jimmy Butler's averaging 31, 8, and 5.
I mean, he
and 3 steals a game.
He did have 45 in one game.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but who I will give some love to defensively, especially 2 guys actually who have done a fair bit with Trae and have Max Strauss and then Gabe Vincent. We actually made fun of them earlier in the year when Strauss had that.
You did. Gabe Vincent.
You did make fun of Gabe Vincent, but they have had quite a hand in keeping Trae contained, keeping him inefficient. I mean, now granted, is it the rotating defenders? Is it Jimmy Butler being on one possession, Kyle Lowry being on another? Sometimes they switch PJ Tucker onto him. He gets no breaks off any switch. That's what Trae Young looks for. He looks to exploit the mismatch. And quite frankly, unless Duncan Robinson's on the floor,
they don't have one. They will never ever put Duncan Robinson in Trae. They would never do that.
Yeah. And you just stagger his minutes opposite of Trae Young's, and boom, you solve that problem.
Yeah, they would never do that. Duncan Robinson would never ever be in that position. They would never do that.
And when it takes Trae Young 30 shots to get 20, they can't win like that because you got
inefficient.
Yeah, you got beat up John Collins. Clint Capella just got back and hasn't been great. DeAndre Hunter's been doing all he can defensively, and he's been relatively efficient offensively as well. But like, he's not one of those guys, at least not yet.
Yeah, it's stuck here. He'll be all right.
You know,
he'll be all right.
But I mean, who else? They gonna depend on Kevin Huerter?
No, he got to be
on Onyeka Okongwu. Like
Trae Young has to be hot in order for Kevin Huerter to be efficient.
That's true. Kevin Huerter is like he feeds off of Trae Young.
Well, he's a sympathetic scorer. Is that what you're saying?
No,
Trae Young was minus 18 in their last game.
It was bad. Like
he was 1 for 12.
Yeah.
God, he shot 8%.
But is that game 3 or 4?
I was 4.
Yeah, because they won game 3.
Yeah.
No. They won game
5.
No, they won game 3.
Donovich went 0 of 8. Trae went 1 of 12. Golly. Yeah, the only efficient scoring you really had came from DeAndre Hunter, who was 6'8".
That's bad.
It's bad for them, man.
So, Future for Atlanta. What do they do?
They need to go find Trae Young, that number 2. Who that will be? Donovan Mitchell?
No, same height.
I mean,
Same.
Dame is CJ 2.0?
If there was like a proper
But they're both taller. They're
there,
both 6'3", 6'4".
If there's a proper facilitator, that'd be nice. But since
I mean, I think Trae Young can be a facilitator. I just think
you're talking about number 4 in scoring being a top facilitator.
he's also top 10 in assists.
Yeah.
Really?
He averaging like 9 assists this whole season.
I'm pretty sure he led the league in assists this year. LeBron led it last year, and I'm pretty sure he did it this year.
Have you been watching basketball, guy?
He has not.
Not Atlanta.
Obviously.
He averaged 9.7 assists.
Yeah, which I'm almost positive was a league high.
I'm gonna do some
That's
more.
crazy.
Dude.
We've been doing this show how long?
This guy. Oh, I'm gonna shut my phone off. Turn that.
It's my lord.
Yeah, but yeah, they've been bad. But I mean, I will make the same point that we saw that I saw Shannon Sharp make on Undisputed. So 1 versus A seed.
Okay.
I mean,
whoa. First of all, let's talk about the next series because we got Phoenix versus New Orleans Pelicans. Hey, listen, I watched every game of that series. Pelicans ever since the third quarter. Listen, ever since the third quarter of the first game, the Pelicans been on a roll. No, second game. Sorry, first game they beat them.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, but they've outscored Phoenix since the third quarter of the second game, and they've been ready for them boys. And coincidentally, that happened when Devin Booker went down.
Yes.
So
Trae Young led the league.
So Phoenix needs. I can't say they need a person to step up. Literally, the entire bench has to score at least 5 more points than they did last game for them to win this game.
I knew they was down bad. They was like, when is Cameron Payne gonna show up? Like, fam.
Yeah, Reggie Miller said that. I said
I'm like, dog. Cameron Payne showed up. Look, he played well against the Lakers last year.
Remember when LeBron and was playing against the Suns and they was talking trash?
He told him he was at home a year ago. Like,
yeah. Like,
that's
humble yourself. That's why he told you to humble yourself. Because now look at you now.
Look at him.
You get more minutes and now he's struggling.
Getting cooked by Jose Alvarado. Hey, shout out to Jose Alvarado.
Yeah, that's a great story. Second round, no,
undrafted. Herb Jones is the second round pick.
Yeah, undrafted out of Georgia Tech. You got Herbert Jones. You got number 25. He has his name. He's also a rookie. And number 8, he's also a rookie. And they've stepped up for the bench. Jackson Hayes is coming in his own. They can't stop Jonas Valanciunas. He's been getting.
Hey.
Man,
did y'all see?
He making DeAndre Jordan look like a boy on a post.
Did you see when he took the 3? Like,
the 3 that was crazy.
Dared him to shoot it, and he shot it, and he like looked and said something. He said something to DeAndre, and like when it was like halfway, like on some Steph Curry type, like and then turned around and was hype. Like
it was a great moment. I seen that. That was a great 3.
Bro, they was so like that. Low key is what like stabbed him in the heart. Like DeAndre and like seeing him pull up, he's like, and then Valanciunas stepped right into it, and like as soon as he let it go, like he watched it for a second, and then said something to DeAndre Ayton and turned around. Like I was like, bro. I mean, Valanciunas always been like a pretty good scorer. Like I mean, even when he was in Toronto,
averaging 15 and 16, bro.
Yeah, I mean like
averaging more rebounds than his points. Come on now,
he's still giving you quality points, but you don't see him in no MVP discussion. Like you see Rudy Gobert.
Brandon Ingram was averaging 30. CJ is averaging 24. Then Valanciunas at 15, and then Herbert Jones at 11.
He averaged 11. Hey, good for Herbert Jones, man.
No, also Larry Nance come off the bench, giving them high energy minutes, bro.
It's the buckets that he does get. They're always momentum buckets because he he throwing that down like
is it
every
that
trip.
or he get like a clutch steal or a clutch floater, something like that. There's always a clutch
really
moment.
Hands for like he always is like poking the ball free. Like when people get in the post and they try to like body up, like he always just managed to get his hands in there.
Yeah,
to poke it free. But
Devin Booker's averaging 28, and they missing that 28 a lot because Mikal Bridges can't really get his own shot. I mean, he get timely buckets, but and then Joel McGee, like you said, he just lobbed threat. Cameron Johnson, he was cold game 4, couldn't really get his shot off. Jerry Crowder, he's just a 3-and-D guy. I can't even say 3-and-D.
He's just a sometimes 3
and a good defensive guy. Yeah, because Paul, he only had 8 points last game. So like,
they locking him up. I mean,
yeah. So they need the rest of the supporting cast to step up because Paul he ain't 30 no more. He's 38.
Can you imagine bounced out in the first round after being in the finals?
There's just no way. But like even the Chris Paul,
that's not their fault per se, but they should be taking care of business. But
Chris Paul can't take 8 shots. Like,
who was trying to score? He also got foul trouble too. So,
I mean, like I get you facilitator first, but like look at your team, bro. Like,
yeah. So
read the room.
Yeah. So hopefully, I mean, they're not gonna get Devin Booker back in this series because like hamstring's nothing to play with. So.
Yeah, that's true. And he tried to. He tried to come back too soon before and re-aggravated, and he was never himself.
It's his third hamstring injury too this whole season. So yeah, it's not looking good for me, boy.
It's not looking good for the kid, but shout out to
this
him,
might
man.
go 7, man. This might go 7.
And I think there's something to be said about these teams playing hungry, man.
And will this New Orleans team be like the We Believe Warriors?
Nah, they whoever they run into next round, it would be if they beat Phoenix, which if Devin Booker doesn't come back, I think it's entirely possible. But they just gonna get over.
That's what happened to the We Believe Warriors. They beat the Dallas Mavericks and lost the next round in 6.
Oh,
I'm sure about for some. Yeah, so it's I'm sure I don't know why I thought they were made to the conference finals, but then yes, they'll be like the We Believe Warriors get bounced out next round. But a good fight and a wonderful story.
Yeah.
Shout out Bi, man.
Oh yeah, Bi came into his own. Hey, shout out to Willie Green.
Facts.
And shout out to the GM, David Griffin, right?
It is David Griffin.
Listen, when they first before they had CJ McCollum with that trade, they were booty. They were like awful. After the trade, positive, all positive.
See McCollum, the big stepper,
Hey man, that's what good recruitment does.
And he left a huge hole up there in Portland, which
they were trash to begin with.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
It wasn't like he left like a big hole. It just.
I mean, it's still a big hole. I mean, it's an even bigger hole now. Like, you know what? Donovan Mitchell to Portland.
No.
Nah, that's not gonna work. That is not gonna work.
Why not? I mean, will they be successful? No, but like people will watch.
Is it be another Dame?
Like who wins that? Who really actually wins
nobody?
That? Then what's the point?
No, who does Portland have besides Dame? Like literally, who do they have?
Nobody. And that's it.
And then I'm sorry, I love you, but why'd you stay in Portland? Now look at you. Look at the team around you. Loyalty get you lose.
That's what loyalty get you.
You know what got him? 75th best player.
Somehow.
He's not better than Kyrie. I'm sorry. It's just not.
He's not better than a lot of people.
Everybody would agree that if you could take one name off of there, I think everybody would say Dame would be the first name off that list.
Dame and like all the 1950s and 60 dudes.
Yeah, I don't care about none of them.
There was like that championship Pistons team. No one made it.
They played, like.
Isaiah Thomas did make it.
No, not that championship.
4.
Oh. Yeah. Chauncey Billups didn't make it.
Chauncey Billups. 4-time DPOY. Ben Wallace. Like, come on, man.
Rip Hamilton didn't even like scrape it.
I'm saying Rip Hamilton. Rip Hamilton ain't do nothing.
No, Billups. I'm
just saying.
Rip Hamilton ain't do nothing like historic though. Like he was a great scorer on a championship team. That's cool. But like Ben Wallace is the only guy with.
He ain't make it.
You know what I'm saying? Chauncey Billups is a top.
Tony Parker ain't make it.
Yeah, that's
there's
foul.
some names.
That's foul.
Tony Parker got rings and a Finals MVP. Like.
Yeah, that's disturbing. Come on, that is disturbing.
They gave it to Dame. They said we can't tell the 75-year history of this league without Damian Lillard, but we can do it without Tony Parker. You like, and Dame got this. That's it. That's all.
A couple of those.
I mean, they cool. He hit the one over James Harden, hit the other one over Paul George. But like, do we care for real?
Like they made it to the West Finals one time and they got swept.
I'm about to say, and after he hit that shot, guess what happened? They got.
Didn't they play the Warriors that year?
Yeah, swept in the conference finals.
Exactly.
What's the word? That was.
I'm just saying they got swept in the conference finals, but
so you'd be.
But it wasn't even like it wasn't even competitive though. Like like Steph was, but I'm saying we've seen people like lose to the Warriors.
That was
but, like,
2019. That's when they went to against the Toronto Raptors.
That's what I'm saying. And it was beat up. We watching Jokic lose right now, but be competitive. We watch Bron lose, but be competitive. We watch KD and Russ lose, but be competitive.
I've never seen Bron got swept in the first round. Bron never got swept in the first round.
What do you think this drops KD down?
Oh, wait.
No, he's never been swept in the first round.
He lost in the first round.
Lost in the first round, never been swept.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
he said. Yeah,
And he only been swept in the finals.
Yeah, that's true. He never been swept inside the finals. Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Fun fact.
Hey, man,
Fun fact.
I guess that's
This might just drop KD out the, this whole playoff might drop KD out the top. I don't know where I had him to begin with. I don't think I had him top 10.
top 10 what?
Like players.
Of all time?
Yeah. I
don't
don't
think
remember. I don't remember where I
right.
had him. I don't remember where I had KD
I
ranked.
don't think he's ever been like a top 10 player of all time.
I think he's a top 15, but
He's
I
number
think
3 on the small forwards list.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give him top 20, like marginally.
yeah, he's top 20. But I
He
think
could-
after
he
this,
could- he could sneak in top 15.
I mean, I think Giannis done passed him already. You know what I'm saying?
And on
For
that
sure.
note,
but yeah.
But we will keep, everything updated as the playoffs continue. Like we mentioned, there's some games going on right now. Actually, it's getting close to the end of the third quarter, and Minnesota is up by 11 on Memphis right now.
In Memphis, too.
Sheesh.
Hey.
And your Heat are up 6 on Atlanta toward the beginning-ish of the fourth quarter.
it's okay, we got Oladipo. We're good. Talk about a guy who can
All
end
right,
it.
now if I come back from work and they lose that game.
This guy.
Just I need to go ahead and do it so you can get rest. But yeah, we will keep our thumb on the pulse throughout the entirety of the playoffs. This has been a very entertaining one. Very excited to see how round 2 shakes up and shakes out. And yeah, you boys got anything before we sign off?
I'm happy that this playoffs has been competitive besides the Brooklyn and Boston series.
And to sound that out, Ben Simmons, retire at
Why
this point.
are you so negative, bro? Be positive.
I mean, dude said stress that affected his lower back. Unless you're
Let's be positive, man. Let's be positive, man.
he's not. What is he doing? What is he doing that stress out his lower back? He's not.
He signed a grievance
Bro,
thing.
you not in
For
Philly.
what, $20 million?
$20 million. He got $20 million because they hurt his feelings. That is crazy. That is so crazy. And I am such a big mental health proponent, but to file a grievance for $20 million because you ain't play, you didn't show up to work, dog. You refused to come to anything.
Yeah.
Until we hit you with that first $1 million fine, and then you was like, all right.
All right, chill. He
Them
said,
$100,000 fines, hey, whatever. But then you got that $1 million fine for not showing up to mandatory stuff, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna have my phone in my pocket and everything, but I'm gonna be here because y'all ain't gonna keep finding me that.
yeah.
So,
But hey, man, fix that.
KD,
Something.
be better.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You got something, somebody?
Nah, I got no negative.
I got you. Aaron Gordon.
I got no negative.
I say that. He really meant that.
Nah, that's all them. That's
He
not.
meant it from his school. You ain't got no slander in your heart.
No.
You know what? I got you.
No, you got
Wendell
yourself.
Gabriel, you've been doing a great job. That's some good stuff right there.
Where's the positivity? Shout out to you, Wendell Gabriel. We're gonna catch y'all next time on the Running Back Podcast. We appreciate y'all for joining us. Deuces.
Peace.